Well, good morning and welcome to Thursday. This is the Tom Barfield Show. We're so happy to have you with us. We got a lot on the docket to get to today. My goodness, we're going to talk some golf with Jones Mitchell out at Lake Waco Golf Club. We're also going to visit with Eddie Cornblum, the head coach of the Midway Panther Baseball Club, and they're having a terrific year and just a win away from a perfect schedule through their district slate, which will obviously get them a district title in 12-6A. So we'll do that. We're going to talk about the Rangers and the Astros and, oh my, just all kinds of stuff. But I got to know, as we welcome Lark Smith into the program, Lark, how do you spend National Picnic Day?
I have a picnic, I guess. I didn't know it was picnic day.
It is. You know what else has happened? Now, there's a couple of cool things that's happened on this day. I don't know why I've kind of gotten into this date and history stuff, but it's kind of fun. You remember 1985, the Coca-Cola Bottling Company introduced the new Coke. Remember that?
Yeah, right.
And that lasted about that long because all the traditional Coke drinkers revolted.
Yeah, because it tasted like Pepsi.
Well, yeah. Absolutely.
No Coke, Pepsi.
So, and if I want a Pepsi, which I like, by the way, I'll drink Pepsi.
I'll buy a Pepsi.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that and it didn't last long. But that happened on this date in history, 1985. Also, 1914, April 23rd, 1914, the very first ever baseball game was played at Wrigley Field.
How
about that one? And you've done Wrigley Field, right?
I've done Wrigley Field.
So have I.
And that was a field that was built for people that were, back in the 20s that didn't have shoulders. Because
5'8", buck 35.
Yeah. It won't fit today's modern American.
Ooh, it's rough. I mean, I went to 2 games there last summer.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. It's you're like, this is interesting.
If you have a family like me that has, broad shoulders, somebody has to lean forward and everybody else has to lean back.
But you got to have the hot dog there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's it called? The Chicago dog or something like that.
I don't know.
But there's, I know there's the Dodger dog in LA,
right,
which I've had that.
I've always had this idea of opening up a restaurant and all it serves is the featured food from ballparks all around the country.
Great idea.
Dodger dogs.
Yeah.
I'm told that Brigham Young has like a cougar paw or something like that.
Oh, it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
They fed that to us till we were cross-eyed last year. and let me tell you something. Derek Smith, my partner on baseball, brought one back, packed one in his suitcase and brought it back for his wife. And I'm like, you've lost your mind. But it is unbelievable. Yeah. You've got to try that.
Yeah, I just think that's a great idea for a restaurant. Just serve the whatever the feature deals, nachos from Arlington.
Sure. All kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Because that's where the nacho was invented, basically, was at Arlington Stadium.
The original Arlington Stadium?
Yeah. Yeah,
the old Turnpike Stadium?
Yep, that was the first place they served nachos.
I did not know that.
Yeah, at least that's what I understand.
That's interesting. Well, and if it's not the truth, it's our truth.
Yeah.
Repeat
the legend.
Yeah, we're live on Facebook, and we're also live on YouTube. Let me tell you, and I bring that up because on this date, April 23rd, 2005, the very first video was posted on YouTube. It was called Meet the Zoo. And it was a guy said, here's an elephant. He's got a long trunk. And that's all I can say about it. I mean, go back and watch it. Yeah, no, that's Tim Conway. Go back and watch it. And I think you'll get a kick out of it. You will.
Okay.
So there you go. Did you, I know you went to you did the ball game for us.
Midway Softball last
Midway
night.
Softball for MidwayTV.com, our partner company. How'd that go?
Went very well. Midway wins 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, the top 3 in their batting order.
It was 4-0?
Yes, 4-0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I saw 6-0. I'm sorry.
Somebody put in the wrong score. I was an eyewitness. It was 4-0.
I was there.
Yeah. Their top 3 hitters are just amazing. Leadoff hitter had 2 triples and a double.
Wow.
The 2-hole hitter is well, let's put it this way. If you looked in the dictionary for the term slap hitter, her picture would be there.
Perfect.
I mean, she knows.
That's what a 2-hole hitter is supposed to do.
She is a surgeon with the baseball bat or the softball bat.
Terrific.
and that's where they got most of their runs, was at the top of the order. And then their pitcher, 13 strikeouts last night in a 7-inning game.
Wow. Yeah. Good stuff. Well, I listened to our guest yesterday was Jared Sandler.
Right.
He was on the play-by-play call last night.
He was for the Rangers and Pirates.
And I listened to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And
listened to it on the way home.
Braxton Ashcraft from Robinson High School was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Last night.
A career high in innings pitched.
7 innings. Listen to this line. He went 7 innings in the ball game, 4 hits, 2 runs, and I think that 2 runs was a home run, 2-run homer.
Probably.
Through 94 pitches, 60 of those 94 pitches were strikes, and lowered his ERA to 2.43.
There you go.
Leaves the game with the lead.
With the possibility of picking up the win.
And immediately Pittsburgh's bullpen blows it. And in fact, the Rangers take the lead. I'm like, okay, well, if he's not going to factor into the decision, then I want my favorite team, the Rangers, to win.
Sure.
And so what do their bullpen do? They blow it.
4 runs in the top of the 9th.
Absolutely. Did we not talk to Jared Sandler yesterday about what's happening on the back end? The back end's not been good.
Yeah. I don't remember the player's name, but listening to the broadcast, Matt Hicks was doing the play-by-play when the Pirate batter hit a 3-run home run that clipped the top of the foul pole.
That's the fair pole.
The fair foul pole.
Why do they call it a foul pole when it's actually fair?
Well, because it's in fair territory.
So shouldn't it be a fair pole?
That's the way you look at it.
If you hit the pole, does it count?
But it's defined in the rule book as a foul pole. So
catcher interference is defined as catcher interference, and it's not. It's catcher obstruction. Defense obstructs, offense interferes.
You and I know that, but the 14 umpires in the stands don't.
Yeah, 14. That's all that's in the stands umpiring.
Say that's a modest number.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Rangers get beat last night by Pittsburgh 8-5, and no decision for Ashcraft. But I'm telling you, half of Robinson was there.
Great.
I mean, I was looking on social media, and everywhere I looked, it was, hey, we rented a van. Hey, we took a bus. Hey, we got a hot air balloon, and we're going to the game. I mean, pretty cool stuff. All right, we are presented today by our friends at Tow King. Tow King with 24-hour emergency roadside service, and you can call them at 254-666-5484. We're brought to you today by our good friends at Double R Old Fashioned Hamburger. That sounds so stinking good right now. And they're open right now. 18th and Herring. They're open until 4:30 today, 10 till 4:30. Saturday, 10 until 2 o'clock. And they got burgers, fries, tots, Texas toothpicks, you name it. They got ice cream. Oh, my goodness. They make a great shake at the Double R Old Fashioned Hamburger. So check them out today, 18th and Herring, and tell them we sent you by.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
All right, you're back with us. Our program today, again, presented by Tow King. And coming up tomorrow, former big leaguer, Scott Pasetti, I think drafted by the Rangers.
Originally.
Yeah, and made it to the show with the White Sox and others. But we'll talk to Scott Pasetti and see what's going on in his world.
And played for a whole lot of other people.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the life of a Major League Baseball player. If you're gonna have a long career, you're gonna play in multiple cities.
Absolutely.
Just kind of way it is. Gyla Smith, the West softball coach, is going to be on the program tomorrow as well. So look forward to that. All right. Let's talk some golf as we welcome in Jones Mitchell from the Lake Waco Golf Club. Jones, good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing just fine. How about you guys?
Doing great. Hey, I want to touch base on something real quick. It's springtime. People are wanting to play golf. And I'm sorry, but you just can't pick up the phone and calling it a tee time at 2:00 for 2:30. It just doesn't work that way right now. There's a lot of folks wanting to play golf on this golf course. This golf course is in wonderful condition, and people are wanting to play it.
Oh, yeah. Connor Elliott and the landscaping crew, the maintenance crew out there have done a great job getting the course back to where we've never seen it in 30 years, it seems like. And we're having people call, like back 10 years ago, you can call, like you said, 30 minutes away and get a tee time. Now we're trying to tell everybody, if you want a Friday through Sunday tee time, call by Wednesday. Day of is out of the books right now. And then also, if you want to play the par 3 on the weekend, we're asking people to call about an hour ahead of time to see if we have carts going to the par 3 course. We do have to shut down carts for the par 3 if our regulation course is getting busy. So always call ahead for the par 3. But if you're coming out to walk the par 3, come on out on the weekend.
And that's a great way to exercise. I get it. How hard, for an older person, how hard is it to walk the par 3? Is that kind of a tough ask?
The front 9 isn't. The back 9 can get a little hilly, but tee to green, it's not a very long walk, and it's a lot of fun. You're going to hit some shots. You've seen it now a couple of times with us. There's some hard holes out there, but there's a lot of fun holes. All
right. One of the things that we recently have done is talk about stance, grip, and all the basic starting point for a golf shot.
Oh, yeah. You have to build it from the ground up. We always talk about working with your feet, getting up your legs to your hands, and you have to do all that before you can even swing the club. You
guys corrected my swing the other day. Kind of made me mad.
Yeah, Monty did a great job with your swing the other day. It was amazing to watch.
It didn't take long to I had little slice or fade or whatever, and he cleaned that up pretty quick.
Yeah, in between shots, he was over there talking. I wish we got that film, but it was a really good lesson. I got to watch Monty work a little bit because me and him work a little bit different.
Right.
We say different things, but it was impressive to watch that.
That is interesting that you guys can have different communication styles as teachers and as coaches with the same goal in mind.
And that's one thing I've been talking to you about in Monty, that we're having fun doing this because we're learning different ways to say things. We can give a lesson and you get somebody stuck, and it's hard to find a different word to use to get them to do the same outcome.
All right, let's take a look at the video that we did recently on stance, on grip.
Did a really good swing clinic way back when. It was a year he didn't win a major, so it might have been 2009. And it's easier with different color golf balls, but I always get 4 golf balls. And I do, for me, it changes. For me, it's everything's in the middle of my stance to about a 6 iron. So 7, 8, all the way to a sand wedge is usually off my belly button. And then once I get to that 6 iron, I move up a half of a ball. So this side of the ball would be where my 6 iron is. This side of the ball is where the 5 iron would be for me. 4 iron, hybrid, 3 wood driver. So 4 golf balls for me is how I kind of build where the golf ball should be. You know, a shorter person or a taller person, it does change. So size like me is different. Exactly. So me and Monty are a little bit different because, you know, I did not skip a meal in college like Monty did. So that also kind of comes into what Monty was talking about with what feels comfortable when you're here, when you're setting up and then building your stance. And I always like what Monty said there, have that club down and then build your stance. You have a lot of times people walk in and they build their stance and they put their club down and then they make an adjustment. And a lot of times when they make that adjustment, they don't do it with their feet. They do it by reaching or bringing it in. There's 3 different types that we see.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely the 3 different, the interlock, overlap, and the golf baseball, because real baseball is that, it's a golf baseball. But I've always been an overlap just because it's easier for me to kind of, when I chip, it's more comfortable to move the club face to manipulate it when I'm hitting shots around the green than any other grip. So I just stuck with it throughout my whole grip, whole bag. But like with the grip, it really is just get the one that's most comfortable, but make sure it's proper. Like I've always been taught old school, 2 knuckles, maybe 3, but the V of this hand goes to this armpit, and the butt of the club goes to this armpit, and that's how you grip a club every time. Like that's just, I think you can go back to as far as Harvey Pinnock. Like I've never seen anyone. There's not too many people that don't have that good of a that different of a grip on tour. Get a club. But the one thing I always notice that Scotty Scheffler does, and if the #1 player in the world thinks this is that important on every single shot, we all should. He always sets the club down, make sure he has that grip exactly how he wants, square here, and he puts that right hand on it just like it's supposed to be, behind the ball, and then he hits. He wants to make sure that the grip is exactly the same every single time. That way he knows where that face is going to be when he returns it to the ball.
You know, stepping into it, see, I'm interlock. You know, Monty's overlap, I didn't know that. I'm interlock, that's considered very old school. I like being old school. Setting up to it. So when I'm taking it back, now one thing that we skipped talking about with chipping and pitching and the full shot, but this goes through everything, that you kind of read how you want to read. It's your point of vision from the green to the golf ball. So if I'm reading like a book, the first thing I want to see is I'm looking from the green or my target back down to the golf ball, and I go target, I can see my hands, ball, club. We want that preset, that forward press in all these shots. And a lot of people, they'll get up here and it's a little bit backwards. So they have, you know, the target, golf ball, club, then hands. So you got your grip set up pretty good. You want to step into it and have a little bit of a forward press. You don't want to go over the top. I do lessons all the time, and I'll be like, do a forward press, and they get in here. So you can go too far the other side. It's just setting up to it and kind of pushing the butt of the club, make sure the butt of the club is going to the left shoulder like Monty was talking about. And in doing so, the other thing you want to look at is sometimes when you push it forward, I got into this in 2019, I was opening the club face and I was adding loft to the club face. It became this is where all my gray hairs came from. It's just trying to figure out how I couldn't hit I hit a 9 iron 150 yards. I was hitting about a 120 flush. So I set up to it, a little bit of forward press. I like to think of it as like my left shoulder is kind of starting the shot. My hands are just there to kind of guide where they're supposed to go. I squeeze a little bit harder with my right hand because I'm right hand dominant. But I always want to think like setting up, getting it to the top of my swing is all with my left shoulder and getting set. Another problem in the transition, there's a lot of people that played high school baseball and golf. There's people that played baseball back in high school and now they're getting into golf. You know, baseball, the swing is hips, then hands for the swing. In golf, it's completely backwards. You want to actually feel like your hands are starting the swing or your arms are starting the swing and then the hips come into play. The hips are the big part too. We were talking about it earlier. A lot of times people, they kind of do little dance moves. They slide back and forth. When you're sliding back and forth, it's hard to get that timing back in. And you could block it or pull it. So we talk about it, you know, Monty mentioned something I got to think about, but what I always was taught was imagine your feet are planted in the ground and you're going to turn over your right shoulder and say hi to somebody behind you without moving your feet. And drills to help you feel that is hit some shots, some chip shots with your feet together to feel that turn. Once you get good with that, you drop your right foot back and you can hit some shots with your right foot back. It's a shorter shot. I don't suggest trying to do it with the full shot because there is some method to the madness on that one. Really feeling that when we're taking it back, getting that left arm for me back there and really feeling some torque in my right hip. I always feel like the right hip is with my right elbow when we come back down, with the right elbow being a little bit farther ahead, and making sure we don't come up on the shot with our right hip, we stay back on it. A lot of times people come up and get that right hip into play when they're trying to transfer that weight, and that opens the club face a little bit. Connor Elliott taught me this a while ago, was feel like you're almost kind of sitting down in a chair with that right hip. So getting back here and keeping that right hip back as we come through the ball.
A lot of what Jones says is right. Same stuff I do. It's just I kind of maybe have a little different verbiage or way I do it. Like how I kind of attack a swing, like Jones was saying, is yes. First and foremost, we pick our target out, and then what I like to do is pick a little spot in front, line my club up with that, and then I do the whole, like, we get set with our grip and everything. And so same thing, I like to start up with a little bit of a forward lean, the butt of the club at the armpit. But when I was talking earlier to you, Tom, like I said, when I take the club back, my hands aren't really active in a swing too much. As far as the last thing I really want them to do is just feel like I'm just making sure that I'm hitting the squaring it up. So if I just get this where I know it's going towards the target, and I know I'll square it up. But when I take it back, I'm simply just trying to get my shoulders to turn. And I almost have what nowadays versus sitting in a chair, they kind of more call it a squat because everyone's still about fitness. So you do squats and fitness. So it's more of like a little squat. I'm over exaggerating here. I'm not going to ever go that far. But it's almost there because that way now I can get a good turn and use all my muscles. So as I go through, well, now I'm not doing that. I'm just coming up, but I'm keeping all my power reserved until impact. But now that's when I come in. I'm trying to face this towards the target and just let the club head go through the ball. And then as I go, that's all I try to kind of do. I don't really have like any kind of big, like bunch of analogies and everything. Everyone's kind of different when they have a swing. I kind of just try to, work on that swing. So I kind of really just keep it as simple as possible. The what's it called? KISS, the keep it simple, stupid. And sometimes that just is the best golf you can play.
Now, talk about the tempo of this swing, because a lot of times we see when people take the club back too fast, come down too fast, take it back slow, really fast. Talk about maybe, I call it cadence.
So when I'm hitting a full shot, just a normal swing, I guess everyone kind of has what they call a starter of their swing. And I'm kind of I don't really hover the club. I just kind of give it a little, like I'm almost tapping it. And that just kind of starts me back. But what I do is I'm just trying to take it back. Right there is where I want my power. power is when I get to right here, that's when I'm trying to get my fastest. So one thing Jones says earlier about baseball, how we're opposite. So a good thing to think of why we start our arms first is because our legs are so fast. They have to give our arms a head start because they're gonna still beat them. So they have to let the arms go first. So that's why when I'm right here, I think I'm doing this, but actually, if you look, my legs are starting. So I just let it go right through the bottom is where I want the speed, where I'm getting here, and then from right here, fast. And I'm not trying to kill it, I'm just trying to be fast.
In China Spring, growing up, you had to play, in middle school, you did choir or band. And so we chose band because it was free. I got a tuba because it was free. I'm not a musician, but we did talk about the cadence. We had a dad, when he first started at MCC, had a girl from Scotland come over, Claire Hunter. She won the national championship in '98 individual. And she talked about the cadence of everything stays the same. If it's a chip shot, a pitch shot, or a full swing, was always these two words of back, smack, full swing, back, smack. There's a hidden cadence in every swing. Now you can, every once in a while you'll be playing in a scramble, you got a downwind hole and you want to just see how far you could hit it, get your stance a little bit wide, and as long as you kind of make sure the hands start the downswing, you can speed up a little bit. If I want to add a little bit of speed to my swing without doing anything else to it, I like to, in my backswing, think on my way down, flex my forearms. It's the weirdest sensation. It adds a little bit more speed to your swing without getting you out of that back and smack. Also, when we do hit, we got Darren here. Tom and Darren, they try to play golf together, but every once in a while, Darren somehow wins. I don't know how, but they do have a tendency where they do hit it pretty hard and your leg can come through. You can lose your balance. I always teach when I do lessons that you want to transfer all your weight from your right side to your left side. In my setup, I might set up with 60% of my weight already on my right side as a cheat. And then I get back here, and as I come through, smack, hit it. You can actually stand up on one leg because you've transferred all that weight to your left side. If you don't transfer all the weight to your left side, you're sitting like this, there's no way you could pick that leg up because you'll fall backwards. And a lot of times, so if you do hit one hard or you want to swing a little bit harder, and you get that weight to the left side, I've seen people step through it. I've seen people come check their balance. To me, as long as you're moving towards your target, you got that weight set. We do get some players every once in a while that'll get here, and as they come down, they lose their weight and have to take steps back. You never want to move back away from the ball or away from your target. So if you hit one and have to take a step forward, that's okay. As long as you're hitting it good, you're not over swinging. But having that cadence of back and smack. The VJ Singh and Rocco Medier did a really good swing clinic where they did 17 and 18. So having a cadence is always something good to go down to, especially when you're in the back nine and you're trying to beat, Darren in a heads-up match. Going back to your cadence when the adrenaline gets going.
Well, Jones, there you go. And the tempo and the rhythm, I think, is as much of the golf swing as anything, because we were talking about it off the air the other day. You cannot hit the golf ball up here. You make contact with the golf ball in the follow through, but there's a lot of people, myself included, that like to get in such a hurry that you get out of rhythm by throwing the club back in your backswing.
Right. And, it's everybody does that. I still do that. I'm always checking through like tonight when I'm playing, I'm going to check through my cadence going back, where my club position is and everything, and try my best tonight. But it's just something I love watching what Monty says. And I forgot Darren came out there with us. You see him lurking in the background. That was pretty fun to see him out there.
And I'm gonna tell you, for an old guy, he's got a very rhythmic swing. I mean, he does not get in any hurry, but he can explode through the golf ball and plays well because of, I think, because of the rhythm of his golf swing.
Oh yeah, and me and him have a grudge match going on with the Ryder Cups. I missed it now 2 times in a row because I'm scared of Darren playing him individual because he's taken me to the last hole several times, and we have a ongoing who's won more.
Talk a little bit about tonight. You got the par 3. Is it sold out? Can we get in tonight? I mean, what's the plan for the par 3?
Well, tonight the par 3 will be open. Tonight we have the Thursday night scramble on the front 9 of the regulation course. No, par 3 will be open, but no, we have the front 9 of the regulation course. Again, you can call. I have one friend of you come out as long as you guys both aren't A players, 6 and under on the handicap. Considers you an A player, get called up. We tee off at 5:30. We pair you up, and we'll have food going after in the restaurant.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Par 3 is available, but tonight is the scramble, and you can get signed up. But again, if you want to play this weekend, you better be on the phone today, right? I mean,
yes,
would that be a fair assessment?
Oh yeah, give us a call at the Pro Shop 254-756-2161 to get your time set up today.
Perfect. Hey, Jonesy, appreciate the time as always, and we look forward to visiting with you next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
That is Jones Mitchell from Lake Waco Golf Club. All right. It is a Thursday. We are rolling along here, and we're glad to have you with us. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we're going to visit with Eddie Cornblum, the head baseball coach over at Midway High School. We'll do that coming up in just a couple of minutes. We are brought to you in part by Barfield Show Insurance Group. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business, they can take care of you. We've got one goal, and that is to provide the highest quality insurance at the very best price available. They're an independent agency, so they represent a lot of different companies, and they're gonna search. They're gonna go shop for you and find that best product at the best price. Pretty simple. You need more information on insurance? 469-579-4982 for a free quote. 469-579-4982, and that is Barfield Show Insurance. We take the break, and we're back with Coach Cornblum next. Since 1996, Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers at 18th and Herring has been serving Waco's best burger. There's nothing better than a delicious burger cooked just the way you like it, with garden fresh toppings on a buttered bun. Add tots, fries, curly fries, or onion rings for a perfect meal. So what are you waiting on? How about Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers today? Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers. And don't forget to ask about Double R's catering.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Shopping for insurance shouldn't feel like a guessing game or a root canal. At Barfield Show Insurance Group, we make it easy and maybe even a little fun. Need auto, home, life, or business insurance? We've got you covered. Literally. We work with multiple top-rated companies to find the right fit for you so you get great coverage at a price that won't make you wince. Because our goal is simple. The highest quality insurance at lowest price possible. Call Barfield Show Insurance Group today at 469-579-4982 for your free quote. Better coverage, better rates, better call them.
Family owned and operated, Jasper's Barbecue is serving up Texas-style barbecue meats and sandwiches and all the fixins. Enjoy mouth-watering brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and don't forget the potato salad and barbecue beans. Located in Waco on Elm Street, right off of I-35, open Tuesday through Saturday 10 until 2 or until the food runs out. Stop by today and enjoy the best barbecue around. Voted one of the best barbecue joints by Texas Monthly. That's Jasper's Barbecue in Waco. You won't leave hungry.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycats mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
All right, you're back with us. Our program, as always, presented by Toe King. We're glad to have Toe King presenting our program today. And we're joined now by Midway Panther head baseball coach Eddie Cornblum. And Coach, first of all, good morning. Thanks for your time. We appreciate you being with us.
Well, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hey, before we talk about this year, I do want to go back and ask a question. I'm just really curious. With softball and baseball making the run last year, what was it like on that campus in the spring?
It was pretty electric. I've never been through anything like that before. We're all chasing, hopefully the ultimate dream is, winning a state championship, and to have two sports do it on the same campus, and the respect and the friendship our staffs have together, softball and baseball. I mean, Jordan does a great job, and her family's real close to me, and it was just incredible that we were able to do that together. So I don't think I'll never experience anything like it. But the vibe and the excitement around campus was cool.
So this club this year, every team has its own personality. Every team has its own strengths and weaknesses. How does this team compare to your club from a year ago?
Well, it's hard to do that. Last year's group, I think we lost 19 seniors or 18 seniors. It was a tight group. They had a lot of experience as far as playing together. They're all returners from the year before. So we really didn't know, we started off 6-6 last year, kind of very similar to us this year. We started off, I think, 5-7 this year. And something that sparked somewhere in there, either a loss or something kicks us in gear. And last year, I think we won on 22 straight or 24 straight. And they just had this, feel about them that they weren't going to lose. And that was fun. And this group is different. It's complete turnover. A lot of these guys don't have experience at the varsity level. The games have sped up on them real early in the year, where we'd be in close games, 5-5 or 2-2 in the sixth, and a 2-out error would cost us. And now we got past that. Pitching's really developed. Defense has really shored up a little bit, and our timely hitting's getting better. So I can't say it's similar to last year. It's a different feel for this group, but they sure work hard and they know how to play the game right now. So it's going to be fun to watch.
Coach, you mentioned how your pitching has developed. You got a couple of seniors that you rely on, but you got a couple of sophomores that look really sharp in Hudson Pierce and Logan Prelup.
Yeah, they're when you go into a season, you kind of look back at what you have coming back and who did really well in the JV, and those are two young kids that were on our freshman team last year. But with growth and weight room and maturity, they've really taken ownership of what their role is with us. And Hudson, Hudson's a cool story. We have a great relationship. He, has been our bat boy since he was little. Wow. And now I think he's been in our program longer than anybody. And now he's pitching for us. And now he's 6'5". He's not 4'8", and he's growing, and velocity's gone up. Commands all four pitches. He's a strike thrower, and that kid's 7-0. Maybe 8. I don't know. I'm not a stat guy, but he hasn't lost. And then Logan is kind of became our closer. So that's exciting for us for this year and the years to come. So, yeah, that's been cool.
Thing that excites me about Hudson Pierce is his demeanor on the mound. He does not throw a lot of wild pitches. He does not hit batters. He's just very precise in what he does every time he's on the mound with every pitch.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't get flustered. He understands how to pitch. He's in complete control of his emotions. And even if he walks somebody, which doesn't happen very often, or he throws a pitch he doesn't like, he'll step off, take a deep breath, gather himself, and here we go again. And he just understands how to be in the moment really well. He's really good where his feet are. Yeah, it's cool. He's fun to watch and fun to be around.
And with Logan Prelup, you've got enough confidence in here to make him basically your closer.
Yeah, he doesn't get rattled either. He just toes the rubber and goes. If you watch the pace of his game, there is no time in between pitches. A lot of kids will get on the mound early on and when they're young and take, 18 to 20 seconds between pitches. That guy's like at 9 to 12. And he just gets the ball, toes the rubber, and throws. And he competes. And that's been cool. Yeah, he's a little different in a good way.
That you talk about that, and that is so important for the 8 guys behind him. I mean, they stay engaged when you got a
Right.
guy that's working at that kind of pace, correct?
Absolutely. There's no lull. There's no dead time. We're calling pitches and we're going. And he just gathers himself. And if he, he's a little bit more of a, he likes to throw in more. He will hit guys and he might throw a ball behind somebody, but he doesn't waste time and he's not scared. And that keeps everybody on their toes and it's fun to watch,
Well, we've talked about your sophomore pitchers, but you got 2 senior pitchers. One of them, Potts, he's already committed to McLennan, and then you got Tyler Scythe. He's among your strikeout leaders on your staff.
Yeah, with their experience, they've really kind of bled down to the sophomores and kind of say, hey, this is how this works. And so that's been cool. Brody, obviously, coming off the state championship game, being our MVP. I think it was 9-0 with 4 saves last year. He knows how to pitch. He competes. He's gritty. He's going to come right at you, and he's not scared. And then Tyler is just an athlete. Our starting center fielder that's really swung the bat well this year. I think we have some pieces that, we can play for a little bit.
You've been around high school baseball quite a while. How many teams have you seen that can go 4 deep in a starting staff?
It's not, it's different. And that's exciting. The thing that you want to try to get to is you want to try to have 3 starters and this closer. If you got a relief guy, then it's money in the bank. And that relief guy has to be your game 3 pitcher as well. So when you play Saturdays and you're doing things like, try and develop a little bit more depth, that Saturday guy hopefully is your closer. So you have some, a little flexibility there. And we're able to do that the last couple of years pretty well.
Well, it's all about pitching and defense. We haven't talked about your offense much, but your leadoff guy, Canyon Martin, he sets the table because he takes a lot of pitches, gets a lot of walks.
Yeah, he wasn't our leadoff guy early on. He was like our 3-hole hitter. But what we realized, he's exactly right. He was taking pitches deep. He was seeing a lot of staying off pitches. He wasn't chasing, drawing a lot of walks. And my hitting coach, Patrick Mathis, is like, we got the wrong guy in the leadoff spot. He's not our 3-hole. We need to move him. And since we did that, the whole offense changed. He was getting on base. Now, is he a plus runner? He's okay. But he gets on base, and we're able to manufacture runs with him getting on base and being a catalyst. So that's been different. So that's been good.
What is the offensive philosophy? I mean, are you trying to, is it a get on, get over, get in? I mean, you trying to put pressure on your opponent? How do you approach with this group? How do you approach it offensively?
Well, my theory is this: it's a chess match, and let's see how many pieces we can put out there and make a move. And so, if we get a leadoff guy on, man, we're going to do something. And I hope Duncanville's not watching right now, but we're going to put pressure on these guys, and we're going to either run, we're going to drag and run, we're going to hit and run, we're going to delay steal, we're going to do something to make them move. And if we can move the defense and move the ball in play, then it opens holes. And that was a big success for us last year. We didn't care if the guy was up on their face. We're going to drag and run and see if we can go first or third in a hurry. And that's kind of our philosophy. Do we do that really well right now? There's times we don't, but we're getting better. The inexperience of this team showed that early on, but I think they're starting to understand what we're trying to do.
We mentioned Tyler Scythe as one of your senior pitchers, but he also plays center field and bats either 3rd or 4th for you. I think he's team leader in home runs, team leader in RBIs. He's the guy that gets it done once those guys set the table.
He does. We roll on him. When he plays well, we play really well. He comes up to the plate with guys in scoring position all the time, and when he clutches up, it's different. We're going to put multiple runs on the board. So, he is our catalyst. He's a great athlete, and when he gets hot, and he's. I think he's starting to get there.
A couple of guys that, since I've been watching, just starting with district play, I've seen quite an improvement in the plate. Number one, Reed Deathrow, your designated hitter. He's got a couple of moon shots the last couple of times. And then your catcher, Max Baton, seems to be making a lot more contact.
They are. They're 2 different type of hitters, right? It's funny. Reed's like, I don't know, 6'5", 6'6", weighs 280. I mean, he's a big dude. He looks like he just came out of the portal and been in college baseball for 3 years. So he's the first one off the bus, and hopefully he's intimidating guys, but he can swing it and get him a fastball. We're just like, hey, stay hot on the fastball and let's see what happens. And he's starting to get hot. And then Max Maton, when he stays in the middle of the field, he can hit with anybody. They've been exciting.
And when I talk about defense, your second baseman, Aiden Locke, I've seen him make some amazing plays.
How about that play down the right field line the other night at MCC?
Absolutely.
Gosh dang, that may be the greatest play. We've had a couple in the past. A diving plane left by Sam Coots in the playoffs a couple years ago. And then obviously we've had some other plays. But that, and then running in the wall after the dive and he holds on to it. That was that shifted the momentum a little bit too, right? I think we were in a 4-3 ball game.
Mm-hmm.
And then that changed, that shut them down. So that was pretty incredible.
Absolutely. Now that game was played over at McLennan. You got turf, you got lights. Why did we move the game to McLennan that day?
Well, we don't have turf in the outfield.
Oh, okay.
So so that was a difference maker. Our field was flooded out there.
Okay. All right. That makes sense to me now. I thought maybe it's because McLennan at least had cover for your stands in case it did rain.
He's on the outfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in the postseason. You're going to be in the postseason. You got one more regular season game left. How you've already got the championship. How important is it to you and your club to go ahead and finish off undefeated in district play?
I think it's important. You don't play to lose, right? So, we keep telling them we haven't done this in a while, undefeated season. Now we've won. I don't know what it is. Coach Shelton asked me the other day, how many district championships have we won since I've been here? I think we're 9 out of 10, 5 in a row or something like that. And, but I don't think any of them have been undefeated. So, hey, put your name on this thing and let's stamp this and see if we can go ahead and do that. And I think that's exciting for those kids. We told the kids the other night that there's 251 teams in 6A baseball. There's 32 districts. Only 13% of these schools get to win a district championship. And why not do it right and finish it off undefeated? That'd be fun. Yeah. And then you get in a roll, right? You just keep rolling. And then we play a Saturday game and a Monday game and get ready for Duncanville next week. And you gotta play when you're hot. And hopefully we stay that way.
You mentioned that you got Duncanville most likely as the first playoff opponent. The region that you're in, how confident are you in your ability to roll through that region again to a state championship game?
Well, I don't know. I don't like to get ahead of myself. I think every week's different. Every game's important. I can't look past Duncanville. I know what they are. They're 10-2, 11-2. They won last night. They shored up the spot that'll play us in the first round. And, I don't like to look too far ahead. I know what the next round would be. It's going to be one of the Rockwell schools. And I used to joke all the time, their head coach at Rockwell, Barry Rose, is a good friend of mine. And I used to tell him all the time, take that picture downtown Rockwell. It used to be, this guy can't win here. And it had my picture here. They owned me. Last year we jumped the hurdle finally, got the monkey off our back. And I think that put a lot of confidence in our kids. So
you mentioned Duncanville. Have you kind of started putting that series together, or where and when and those type of things, or are we a little too far ahead of the situation?
We're in negotiation right now. I've been on the phone with him this morning. Obviously, we'll run Thursday through Saturday in some means. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to look like yet. We do host a regional track meet here next Friday, Saturday. So that kind of bumps us up our place. So hopefully I'll get a game here Thursday. And then it was probably going to be home and home. It's hard to find a neutral spot this time of the year because everybody's playing. And there's not a lot in between us. So hopefully we go home and home, maybe neutral on Saturday if it's a, if needed game.
Right.
But we'll know all that by, 3:00 today.
Good stuff. Coach, thanks, man. We appreciate your time. And I know you've got a program. I was thinking while you were talking that you were talking about this young team and bringing them along, but so much of it, in my opinion, is the program itself. These kids have been in the program. They know what to expect. They know what's coming, and I think that's critical as you develop a new group.
It is. I think it starts with the Little League. We
Sure.
go out to all the games and we get to know these families and the players coming up, and hopefully they understand what's expected of them and they're excited about being here. We want our kids to love playing baseball here at Midway High School, but there's a lot of things that you have to do to be there. And it's not for everybody, but they understand if they do the things that we do here, they have a chance to win and win at a high level, and that's exciting. So, we do turn over quite a bit every year or every other year with new kids coming through the program. But we run our freshman program just the same as we run our JV, and our JV is our varsity. So we all practice together, and they're all with us all the time. So I think they get it, definitely.
Eddie, great program. Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time. Thanks so much, and best of luck.
Thank you so much for having me. Y'all take care.
You bet. That's Eddie Cornblum. They got a heck of a program, Lark, and it is a program. I mean, you just heard him talk about the freshmen, the JV, the varsity. They practice together. They do it all the same. It's just a different situation. I mean, there's nothing new. These kids are not being surprised by anything, I guess is my point.
Yeah, and I'll reinforce what Coach said about the Little League program out there. Not just baseball, but softball.
Sure.
They have been highly successful throughout the years in Little League, and that just carries over once they get into the high school program.
Absolutely. All right, thanks to Eddie Cornblum for being a part of the program, our Midway High School baseball coach. And I love talking to these coaches. Again, tomorrow, Gyla Smith is going to be on from West High School. She's going to be on the program with us. So I look forward to talking to some West Trojan softball. We'll do that tomorrow on the program. And we will be live tomorrow from Phoenix, Arizona. As
you will.
Yeah, you're going to be live in your pajamas from your living room, I guess. But anyway, that'd be a lot of fun. All right, we're brought to you in part by Morrison's Gifts. It's Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, and they're located at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Shopping Center, right down from Jason's Deli. They do a great job helping you with gifts. I mean, I know it's wedding season, it's graduation season, it's all kinds of birthday season. I mean, it's all these seasons. Guys, you don't like to shop, you like to buy, get it over with, move on down the road. You can do that if you go see Sally and her team at 4312 West Waco Drive. It's Morrison's Gifts.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
Looking for insurance that truly fits your life? At Barfield Sowell Insurance Group, we make it simple. Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, we represent a wide range of top-rated companies, so you get the coverage you need at the price you'll love. Our mission? Delivering the highest quality protection at the lowest possible cost without cutting corners. Call Barfield Sowell Insurance Group today at 469-579-4982 for your free quote. Barfield Sowell Insurance Group, coverage you can count on at a price you deserve.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is the company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
All right, welcome back into the program first of all, Lark, I need to know, and again, we didn't really dive too deep into this, but I really need to know how you're going to spend your National Picnic Day. It's National Picnic Day. I think it'd be a great way to get out and enjoy.
I'm going to go get me a gut pack and go sit under a tree somewhere.
Really? Nice call.
Yeah.
Nice call. All right. Let's see. A lot of things. Let's begin on the JUCO level.
Okay.
McLennan softball
Mm-hmm.
splits with Temple, right?
Yes.
And then baseball runs into a little bumpy road against Temple. McLennan does.
Yeah.
So
Real
that's
close games.
huge. That's huge for the Temple club.
Yeah, we'll talk softball first. The
Okay.
softball teams, they split a doubleheader. MCC wins the first game 6-4. Temple comes back in the nightcap 8-5. That puts both of them at 20-2
Wow.
in their conference. And they're both 4 games ahead of the next 2 teams, which is Grayson and Weatherford. So they're going to, one of those 2 is going to win the conference, but they're going to end up hosting the tournament. So it's just, it's a dogfight between those 2 clubs.
It's fun.
Yeah,
That's what it's
absolutely.
supposed to be. Let's go.
Absolutely. And then on the baseball side, Temple taking the doubleheader yesterday at Temple 3-2 and 4-3 in the second game in 10 innings.
Talk to me about standings, McLennan and Temple. What did it do for Temple?
Okay.
And what did it do from James
McLennan.
Leverton's perspective at McLennan?
It dropped McLennan down into 3rd spot for right now behind Grayson and Weatherford with 2 games coming up with Temple on Saturday.
And Craig McMurtry?
And Craig McMurtry has improved to 16-10. They are right now in 5th place, but Hill and Cisco did not play yesterday. They're playing today.
Okay.
So it depends on what happens to Hill today. If Hill loses 2 today, then Temple will move into that 4th spot, which puts them in the postseason if they can stay there.
Makes this time of year makes it very interesting on who's buddies and who's not buddies within the conference.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Temple can do themselves a lot of favors by, winning at McLennan on Saturday, and then they still have Weatherford left to play, which is in 2nd place ahead of them. So they can not only help themselves by taking down Weatherford, they could help McLennan as well by taking down Weatherford.
So this Saturday, they're not friends. After this Saturday, they're friends.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Grayson took a couple from Ranger yesterday. Grayson looks like they're pretty solid as the number 1 team. Weatherford yesterday, they took 2 from North Central. Like they say, they're in that mix between Weatherford, McLennan, Hill, and Temple as to who's going to be 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Cisco still has a possibility because who they have left to play. They've got 4 games with Hill. They've got 4 games with McLennan, but they're sitting at 8-14, and they're on the outside looking in. And
gotcha.
I just don't think Cisco's going to make it. Ranger, Vernon, and North Central, they're already eliminated.
There you go. Baylor softball. Glenn Moore's team went on the road last night and got a huge win over You're saying Texas State's a huge win? Yeah. That's a top 30 RPI team, and that's a quad 1 win on the road.
On the road, 4-3 Baylor over the Bobcats, and then also Texas Tech played a doubleheader with UTEP. Texas Tech is about the 4th or 5th in the country.
Yeah.
16-0 in the first game, 11-1 in the nightcap.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see. Major League Baseball. We talked quickly about how Pittsburgh beat Texas yesterday. The Astros beat Cleveland.
Yeah, I know. Let's stop the presses.
Yeah, and the Astros do not play today. They got the day off.
At least they don't lose.
Yeah. Texas and Pittsburgh play tonight at 7:05. High school softball playoffs.
Yeah.
I was at the game between Midway and Duncanville last night. Midway comes away with a 4-0 win. They'll play again tonight at 6:30 at Midway.
And you can watch that game on midwaytv.com.
Midway.tv.
Midway.tv?
Yes, midway.tv is how you find it.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to put the .com in there, just midway.tv.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's at 6:30 tonight, and see if the Pantherettes can take that series in just 2 games and not have to worry about the 3rd game. Also last night, Crawford defeated Grayford 3-1 in a 1-game playoff in the 2A Division II. So Crawford advances to take on either Italy or Mart, those 2 teams playing for the right to advance to the next round. So,
hey, we're going to have Kirk Allen, the Crawford softball coach, on next week.
Oh, great.
That'd be good.
Great. All right. So other softball games tonight in 5A Division II. University's playing at Corsicana against Midlothian Heritage. China Spring is in Lampasas to take on Lampasas at 6 o'clock. Robinson is taking on Georgetown Gateway in Gerald at 6:30 this evening. One other score I forgot from yesterday. Salado defeated Lorena 15-0 over at Temple, game 2 of that 3-game series today at 6:30 on the Temple softball field at the junior college. Groesbeck and Franklin playing in Mart at 6 o'clock, and West is playing Blooming Grove in Red Oak at 7 o'clock tonight. And that's the high school softball playoff schedule.
And again, we're gonna have the West softball coach on the program tomorrow. Gyla Smith will be on with us, so that'll be good stuff. All right, that is what's going on around the world in sports. Good stuff as always. And it's nothing to do in town. There's just nothing to do. Well, man, there's plenty to do. Get out and do it. We take a break, and when we come back, we are going to look ahead to the program coming up tomorrow. We're brought to you in part by the good folks at JK Roofing. That's Jace and Katie Embry. They do a wonderful job. And whether it's a metal roof or the traditional shingle roof, whether it's repair or new installation or just a quote, just want to have them look and say, you know what? You got another year or so on that roof, or no, you probably need to get it done right now. They can do that for you. That's JK Roofing. You can check them out at jkroofs.com or give them a call at 254-744-2211. 254-744-2211. Superior Roofing Solutions, found at JK Roofing.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
All right, we're back on this Thursday as we talk sports. Tom and Lark, glad to have you with us. Tomorrow, Scott Pasenik on the program, and Gyla Smith. It's an all-West kind of day, isn't it, Lark?
Yeah.
So that'd be fun.
Yeah. Do we have to have some kolaches?
I think so. I think that's, we'll go up to
You need to buy some on your way up to the DFW before you fly out to Arizona.
I just might.
Yeah.
I just might. I may pull in and talk to Jeannie and everybody up there at the Pizza House, and they got great kolaches
That's your
there.
old stomping grounds.
Yep, I like it. It's fun. So Scott Pasenik and Gyla Smith on the program tomorrow. We look forward to that, and we'll keep you posted on all the playoffs. Lark's got all the pairings as things unfold with softball, and then baseball starts next week. So it's fun time of year, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
And all these baseball and softball coaches, they keep promoting the fact, hey, we got regional track. Because they like the fact that their athletes compete
Absolutely.
in different sports.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes them really well-rounded athletes.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they're doing a lot, especially at the smaller levels,
Yeah.
the 4A and below.
Yeah. Well, at home, I'm being asked, when are you ever going to sleep? I say, when the season's over.
Yeah.
That's when I'll sleep.
I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
sometime in June.
Yeah. Take a quick break and then, then 2-a-day start.
And it's football.
Yeah, in August. So there you go. Look forward to it. All right, we got to get out of here. Thanks for watching and being a part of the program. And again, tell your friends, sign up, whatever. What's it called? Is it sign up?
Just go subscribe.
Subscribe.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we want you to
subscribe.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the program. It helps us. It does.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it. And thanks to all of our sponsors. We talk about them all the time, but they're all locally owned and operated businesses right here. And man, they do a great job helping you. And you know what? If you're going to spend money on products and services, why not spend it locally? Or these guys are paying and gals are paying taxes right back to us. And you're doing a favor to me and I'm doing a favor to you. And it kind of works that way. It's called commerce, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's my spiel for the day. That's my spiel on this National Picnic Day.
Quid pro quo.
Now, I don't know him. I've never met him.
Okay.
And I don't know where he's from either. Anyway, we got to go. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.